Hi guys, I'm Both. Welcome to Matchpoint Tennis, and today I'm going to show you how to hit the backhand stroke, the stroke that you hit when the ball is coming to the weak side of your body with the back of your racket. So let's get going in the tutorial. We are on the practice court with the ball machine set to amateur physics, direction backhand. Default trajectory is very good for practice. Stand on the baseline, and there are two ways to hit the backhand stroke. You would probably be most comfortable hitting the one-handed backhand, which is like so. And that's what I see most people in the game do. But I have to say, this is not the one that I personally use. I find it a little bit hard to aim and to generate strength with. It's possible that with a lot of practice you can do it, but for a lot of players, this becomes the weaker stroke, the one that they lose a lot of points on, and it becomes their weak point. What I do is I use a two-handed backhand technique, which I feel is more stable. I can aim it better, and I can generate a lot more strength with it. So I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you the single hand first, but then I'll show you how I do this double-handed one that I'm demonstrating now. So let's get started with the single one. I'm going to start with ball machine for a second. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to coil, right? Turn the front of our body to the left, like so. I'm holding both hands close together, right? Even though I'm going to hit with one hand, I bring both my hands close together like so. You can also do what I often do is I grab the top of my controller like so to help keep it pointing upwards, all right? I bring it to the side of my body with the racket hand upwards, and I turn it a little bit outwards, like so, right? So now the part I'm going to hit is pointing outwards and away from me, and my body is coiled sideways. And then I will give a half step forward with my strong foot, with my right foot, and release. Let the racket head drop a little bit, and turn with my body. Big swing, all right, parallel and upwards, this kind of a swooshing motion through the ball, and let my hand continue upwards like so. All right, this is the backhand stroke. I'll show it to you from the side as well, right? So I would coil my hand this way, hold the top of my racket. I want my racket to be pointing upwards, and then let it drop and swoosh through the ball like so. All right, follow through with the motion. Let your arm go up and over your shoulder nicely. All right, don't forget to move your whole body, not like I did just now. All right, you want to move your whole body with the ball. And prepare, stroke. And I'm going cross court right now. Right, this is usually where your backhand would go, but you can learn with practice how to aim it better and send it also down the line if you want. And again, always practice hitting a deep stroke. Okay, you don't want, for example, a ball that goes flat in the middle. You want to land far, close to the baseline or close to the side of the court, keeping your opponent away. So always, if you're gonna miss, better to miss long than to hit a very short ball. So that's a single-handed backhand. And now let's see how I do the double-handed one. So for the double-handed backhand, I'm gonna bring both my controllers together. I hold them like so when I'm hitting. I know that the round parts on the top, they kind of get together. You get used to it. But this allows me to move both my hands together as one unit and use the force of turning my hips to generate a lot of power, and I find that I can also aim this one better. So what I'm going to do here, like I said, I'm at ready position already with my hands together, half step forward with my dominant foot, okay, so usually my right foot would go forward, and I would turn my body, my hips, and my hands together, all right? The racket now would be parallel to the floor at the side of my body, and then I would strike forward like so, my hips leading, and my left hand is doing the pushing. My left arm is pushing on my right arm, like so. And of course, follow through the ball, let your arms go over your opposite shoulder. Let's see it from the other side. So, both hands together, unit turn, alright, the whole turn from the hips and hands coming backwards. The racket goes parallel to the ground, and then the hips leading the motion, and the left hand pushing forward. And hands go over the shoulder. Let's get the ball machine back on, set to backhand direction. Default trajectory is okay for practice. Right, and this is the two-handed backhand. Like you can see, a lot more speed, more spin on the ball, and a lot more depth. I can also aim it better if I want to go down the line. I adjust my footing and I go down the line. If I want to go cross court, I hit cross court. And that's all there is to it. This is how I hit my two-handed backhand in match point tennis VR. Don't forget to write me down in the comments what you would like me to show in my next tutorial, and subscribe to the channel for more coming up. See you guys on the court.